All right, we live, baby. Good morning, Shock Posse.
What's going on, guys? My name's Al.
And I'm the chocolate sensation, Alex.
Welcome to the Amicy studio.
I put my headphones on wrong. Listen, guys, if you're not part of the Amicy gang,
click on the subscribe button below.
Go ahead and do it, guys, and be a part of the Amicy gang, all right? Listen.
Why did I mess up? I had to touch something, didn't I? This rookie.
I
say
swear,
it, Alex.
I'm dealing with a freaking
say
new guy
it.
here, guys.
Say it.
Anyhow, listen, guys. If you're part of the Patreon, we appreciate you guys.
What's up, Patreon?
You guys are dope. And as usual, we're excited to check out this next video here, guys. So today we've got Akala, Fire in the Booth, episode 4, part 4.
And shout out to the coffee.
Oh, this episode is brought to you by Cafe Creole.
Cafe Creole.
So without further ado, let's do what we're doing to our best here, guys. Now in this video, let's get popping.
Let's get it.
My next show.
This thing is loud.
You have a whole.
You remember?
If you're,
I know you.
There's a disclaimer for people in here, so I gotta make sure I read that part. This video contains very strong language and adult themes throughout. Okay.
Throw out, bro. Not throw out.
If you're easily offended, please choose another.
I know you gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Ready, cuz? Always, bro. Always. You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
You got the hair done.
Ready to rumble.
Here we go. Ears are in,
Yo.
people. Oh, God.
Listen. 10-year anniversary. Akala.
This is 10 years apart.
Panda? The Panda beat.
Oh, no. Come on. Come on.
Don't do it to him.
Uncle Akala, the flow father. You already know that I'm smarter than half of the darker the shit get harder. I spit yet fools when I act like they can't get a quick death. How many careers have been ended in a time that I've only ascended? Just telling things how they are now. Why would the truth be offensive? I was independent when everybody signed. Still independent, respect my grind. Own my own masters, know what that mean? Understand back catalogue, are you green? Seen means that my kids have a pension. I ain't got kids, just thought I would mention. See my intention, mangle a mention. Murder a syllable and strangle a sentence. Stand to attention. All of your henchmen still couldn't.
Yo. I like that. I like the way he said that. I still got my own masters, which means my kids got a pension.
Yeah.
Bruh. Generational wealth.
Cause what was it? Russell Wilson had bought Sierra's masters, and a lot of people were talking crap like, "Oh, why would he do that?" He's like,
He's called being smart.
Right, but I'm like, at the end of the day, that's your wife.
It's called business.
Yeah. I don't know how people could do it. Like, be working for a label. And then
it's easy. I think so. A lot of times, what happens is that with the different labels, it's easy access. So, I was thinking, okay, let's think about it from like T-Pain.
Okay.
So T-Pain had he had an offer for $900,000 from a label. But then Akon was like, I can give you $20,000 right now, and he chose to go with Akon, and that was the best decision that he made because he was able to do his own thing. So when you work for a label, just like we said last time, because a lot of times you could make dope music, but the label's like this, yeah, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and just put this back on the shelf, okay? We'll come out in a couple years from now. Versus you get to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it because you're your own person.
So could it be like the back to the conversation of which one would you rather to get like $100,000 now or to get probably like $100 now? And let it amount to 100,000.
Oh, I would definitely. Wait. Get 100. That's a terrible idea.
Why? If you get the 100, it's gonna get doubled.
No. You said get 100,000 now or get $100 until it gets to 100,000. I was like, that's the dumbest idea.
Okay, I take it back. Take it back. No, or you could get the $100 and it doubles.
That's that option. But a lot of times people don't think long term. They think instantly.
The microwave mentality.
Microwave mentality. Hey,
you can't just clip that part out.
Hey, yo, DJ.
Clip that out.
Run it back, Turbo.
Back catalogue, are you green? Seen means that my kids have a pension. I ain't got kids, just thought I would mention. See my intention, mangle a mention. Murder a syllable and strangle a sentence. Stand to attention. All of your henchmen still couldn't bench him cause he's too heavyweight wretched. Like old school jungle selection, come through humble a veteran. 10 years since the first album. 10 years no daytime radio. 10 years still touring, that's real supporters. We all know why they don't play me though. I'm that rapper. Rap about matters that actually matter. Challenging power, what? Every single tour is 10% more now. Why do you think that happens? Content matters, albums matter. Songs name they matter, lyrics they matter, integrity matters, flows it matter. It's word to skip, but we deal with the matter, no industry hype. Just write what I like, it's this DB code with the mic, this iron mic.
You know what I'm gonna have to say is like based on the trajectory of a lot like where society's going right now. I think it's like you're seeing a lot of times like the independent artists or what's winning right now versus the labels, because I think people are now seeing past the facade of the labels and they're going, well, to make it at one point, I'm gonna have to actually go to a label. Now I can just use my phone, get in my laptop. I can create whatever the heck I want. The people that vibe with me will find me. And that's kind of what he's talking about right there. Yeah. When it says every tour, 10% more people, because the lyrics matter, because the albums matter, because the things that he's doing matter. Versus, let me drop a single right now and let me see how that does. I'm gonna get another single right now. So many artists in today's society can't even put a freaking album together because they are there as the fufu. Not fufu. Fufu's food. I really want to try this fufu thing. People keep talking about fufu. Like, I think it's an African dish. It looks freaking delicious, but I'm really going to try it. Mm-hmm. They're just there for fluff, right? Okay. So you have the dope artists, the fluff, hundreds of freaking fluff, and then you have the independent people. But now the independent people are not even on the category anymore. They're not even on the list. They're like, we're going to go over here and do our own thing. And the people will find them, which is what he's talking about.
But that's why they're able to have so much content, though, is because they're able to build off of their creativity instead of just being sheltered. Like
they're not in the label box, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I love it how now, bro.
I can't even trust Alan right now.
Albums matter, songs they matter, lyrics they matter, integrity matters, flows it matter. It's word to skip, but we deal with the matter, no industry hype. Just write what I like, it's this DB code with the mic, this iron mic wouldn't like, cause the fight is a roll of the dice, like rolling on knives. Organs openly sliced, cold, I told you the price, colder than ice, nah, colder than life. Living in a war zone, hold my advice. Take shortcuts, get cut short. Long road, hard road, but most sure. Well told, I'm doing it at the end of the year, should make all this clear. Some only get visibility, so a silly fool called me a failure. I smiled to myself. These times I was on the plane to Australia, sold out shows on the other side of the globe, but fools only know what's in front of their nose. So they stun pose, but they can't sell shows because their music is poo and they got no flow. I know, sir. You might be astonished. Dog shit cannot be polished. No matter how you push it on the public, son, you cannot make them love it, son. You know how many rappers could pack out a venue in Addis Ababa. Guess what? It was the only one Bob Marley ever did play in Africa. You write raps, I write history on the page, and quite literally an elder statesman to my own generation, an inspiration, because the flows that I came with is a solo played by Miles Davis. Who don't know he's the greatest. So if Charlie tells anybody else their fire in the booth is the best there's been, is he high? Does he lie? Nah, he knows that I'm in my own league. I'm judged totally separate. If we're actually going on the evidence, you wanna be a fool, do you know what the level is? You wanna be a pro, can you roll with the cleverest? Genius, I know it. Kinda like a roadside tug, get a poet. Kinda like a warrior, kinda like a scholar, but I could be an arse, so don't make me show it. I know a certain kind of supporters don't like when I get this bossy. You think that I care? All that show, you don't really know me. See, I'm an arrogant fuck on the mic. I am not humble, I'm only nice in real life. Who wants an MC that does not think that the shit? That defeats the whole point. Combat sport, this rap stuff. That's why man gets slapped when they act up. They cannot catch us, they will get backed up. You can feel the energy coming through the chakras. No aggression, the hood's not listening, cause aggression is what they're living in. So I keep spitting it, every day I'm spinning them. Call me Akala, there is no synonym. Nobody's similar, not the same. I rap about life, they rap about chains. Yeah, we all get dough and we all drive mercs. All do festivals, all get work. We don't all lecture at Oxford with a hoodie on, cause I got no response for their nonsense. Don't all do education in war zones. Man, I shook to go Peckham. Despite all the big talk, they were not walking half of the places I step in. Catch me in anyone's hood on my own. Kids act like they've seen a ghost. I'm like, little bro, I'm 32 years old. You think I care about a postcode? I'm not invincible. I could get removed from the physical, but if I get murked, probably be political. Cause the things that come out of my mouth is a madness. I'm a rebellious bastard with no respect for authority. So I don't suggest that you follow me. It's true, this can all end horribly, but I still be the anomaly and entrepreneur. I don't say it cause it sounds cool, it's actually true. Ain't got a diamond chain, I admit it, but I do got an office with employees in it. Do take youngsters all around the globe, get them paid for the brain and the lyrics, while media wanna still paint us like we are just nothing but crooks. Along comes one so cool, it can make it cool to rap about books. And you can think that's sneaky and stupid, but all that show that you're clueless. Cause the global revenue for books every year is like 10 times more than music. Now I've sold how many books and self-published.
The revenue of books,
we're only like nothing in there.
Wait,
anyhow.
what?
Yeah.
The revenue of books are 10 times more than the revenue of music.
But they don't show you. You don't see that.
Nice. I really want to see this man live.
I know. Nah, I'm sure. We haven't. This is just the freestyle. Yeah. That this man has dropped like six songs so far in this one freestyle.
Hey, as soon as his hair came up, as soon as he curled up the hair,
he said, "Hey, yo, over. DJ, run it back, Turbo. Let's get it."
To rap about books, and you can think that's sneaky and stupid, but all that show that you're clueless, cause the global revenue from books every year is like 10 times more than music. Now I've sold how many books and self-published, how does that look? For those that only respect checks, swear the accountant ain't cooking the books, son, and I don't even think that capitalism should decide how you rate a rap on a rhythm. That is the age we're living in, isn't it? It's all about materialism, more important than any paper debt. Do you check for the youth them? Let's see. Any one of them little tugs right there, he could have been me. He could have been me. He could have been me. 15, I was in chimes and trends. Coliseum way back then, surrounded by big men and the clap of a skeng. You know what's being smoked ain't green, but everybody pretends. These time I kick ball for the hammers. Weed and the girls put a spanner in the matters. Fact of the matter is, lost my discipline. Late night brethren's whip with a stick in it. He took it from under his dad's mattress. I never grew up with dad. Who's better off? Complicated, I'm undercompensating. Everybody talks road, I let them fake it. My olders was organised crime. They lick banks, so I ain't gas when you say you bag grams. Bad man, what's that? Madman, stop that. They manufacture gas, we just pop that. They import, export, we just shot that. Hustle ain't saying I not that. I'm just saying we should see it's deliberate, and by now we should all be sick of it. I'm working on ways to get rid of it. Mass incarceration ridiculous. So I go jail and I chat to the man them. Fire in the booth, part one, what I rap them. Explaining the system and how all trap then. Action more than rap then. All my fire in the booths, they have been studied as texts by countless PhDs round the globe. My youth now have some respect, and they still bang on the block from Brixton to Brooklyn, Palestine to West Papua. But despite all the personal comfort, I still feel sick when I think of the massacres. The world is fucked. There's enough to go round, but will you rule back? There goes preaching again. Akala, stick to the.
Oh, I like that one. When he said there's enough to go around, it goes right back to the conversation that you were always having when it comes to kind of like stuff like this, especially now, like in the pandemic that we're in, when you're seeing that Bernie Sanders posted it on his Instagram, and I was kind of scrolling, and I was seeing it as like there's like 658 people that were like billionaires that like made like trillions or something like that, like during the pandemic, right? And it's like why again? It's like back to we had a conversation about this. It's like, why do we have trillionaires? What are you trying to achieve at this point? You've done it. You've already achieved it. So what? And I think it's where the problem always lies. It's like the gap is so freaking crazy. You have $1 trillion. Okay, that's what you're making a year. That's what people go, yeah, there's a trillionaire. They're not done. This is just what they'll be making every single year. That's crazy. That means they had $1 trillion last year, and the year before next, and the next year. And it just keeps going up and going up. But you got poverty to this level still. And that's what a lot of times supposed to talk about, like the redistribution of wealth. Redistribution of wealth doesn't mean go give people money. You start as a person that's in those different levels of power. Start helping the different areas. Rebuild schools, modernize stuff. Like make it to where the next person has a shot of succeeding. Because if you get $1 trillion every single year, it's only gonna go up.
You can't take it with you.
I don't know. This will be wilding, bro. Hey, yo, DJ, run back, Turbo.
By now we should all be sick of it. I'm working on ways to get rid of it. Mass incarceration ridiculous. So I go jail and I chat to the man them. Fire in the booth, part one, what I rap them. Explaining the system and how all trap then. Action more than rap then. All my fire in the booths, they have been studied as texts by countless PhDs round the globe. My youth now have some respect, and they still bang on the block from Brixton to Brooklyn, Palestine to West Papua. But despite all the personal comfort, I still feel sick when I think of the massacres. The world is fucked. There's enough to go round, but will you rule back? There goes preaching again. Akala, stick to the script, just stun. Tell him about your whip, brand new something and sit. How many girls wanna? Well, cuz, come on, let's be honest. I was not ugly before this shit. So you can imagine, but the brain power you cannot fathom. I mean it truly from the bottom of my heart, though. Please jump on the bandwagon, I've made it. Cool to be conscious again, say thanks, cause I know that you got more sense. I know that you know yourself when you were sat down with your grind and the friends. That's our culture, respect for the oldest. If it's not coke, let me call you a coke kid, no biggie. When I rant with Akala, so silly. I'm like my grand's name, so Millie. 10 years first album, 10 years no daytime play. But in October we're selling out cocoa. Come along, learn about a show on the stage. No hype man, no cup in the mic. Musicians and visuals all mixed right. And like 40s, These songs squeezed into an hour and a half. His supporters actually consistency matters. The rest is just package. Imagine these rappers is tragic. Sitting at home, having to watch me. They're like, I swear it's black magic. Yeah, black magic. Griot, tradition of the rappers. I study my craft. You man, them are slackers. Bow in the presence of greatness. So you're only trained to rate fakeness. Love that I get is so overwhelming. I don't even see no haters. Yeah, few man I got more status. Which one has more respect? That's what I thought. Akala's the one that they still can't get. Cause I'm like Dennis Brown meets DMX. I'm like Shabba and Brocky and Deck. Running down old school Stratford Rex. I feel sorry for whoever comes next. That's like running after Usain Bolt. That's like singing after John Holt. That's like trying to floss on the Pope. He's so beyond money, he tries to act broke. I'm like every book's written at once. So I got the youth's head fucked like skunk. Little bit of reggae mixed with a bit of punk. And a discipline, never Buddhist monk. Like how it feels when you come, she comes at the same time. Now you are one. Oof, you will swear there's a God when you're done. Even if you know you don't believe in one. Son, all of my children have left the building. Charlie can't have them back cause I've killed them. If I don't feel them, they ain't real, them fate is still then. Just don't deliberate over the illustrate soldier, the middleweight roller. Didn't we take over? Didn't we take over? The middleweight roller, the illustrate soldier, deliberate over. Lines that I rhyme with a force, so hard it separate your mind from your thoughts. Know that I am inclined to divorce your little big mouth from the height of your horse. See, it's a sign of the times that we walk. Those that talk sense get a line in chalk. Those that talk shit get a line of support. Right round the block for the minds that they brought. For the illegal armed robbery, the global monopoly, that's fucking up the only planet that we got. If I had my way, I'll tell the truth, I'll let them rock. But unfortunately, it's not. Fuck off. This is so easy. I love this shit, but I'm almost bored. I could write one of these every month, but to give them a chance, I've only wrote 4. Hey. Man, they're not training. They're not ready for the levels of Shaolin. That's almost an hour of bars, my dog. None of which is on my albums. And I got 6. And I write books and plays and scripts. Still find time to go teach in the bits. Who told you that he's not the shit? Well, a bloody liar he is. Oh, what this little idiot try chat to me and you know me can't feel it. Why try smile me, your eye them tall. Too damn big for your belly. Not on your Nelly, not on your life. Could you find one to touch him on the mic? Yeah, right. Imagine a famous rapper from the States barring for 10 minutes straight. With the bloody cheek to do it double time every time. How much piss does he take? Knows that he's great, knows that you're fake, knows that he won't have a bar from your mate, knows that you're late. Look at the anticipate every word that I say when I speak. Cause it's the knowledge of Timbuktu mixed with the slang of a London hue. And the heart and the soul of the blues, my youth. Now how can I not go true? Half of a cracker plus half of a coon. Half of a kilt plus half of a maroon. If I'm feeling anything that's close to half heart, ain't your half more than half doomed. Half of my tune contains more content than every single thing you'd ever do. Guessing is easy, but only a few could spit content and still slew. I'm sure you noticed this true. One of them is not you. You what? You wanna have a Barney with the magic mount, the machine gun armies, with the only one that is channeling Marley. You watch rappers while I'm studying Garvey. Left that. We can all see who's the best that you came for. Connect 4, I came for a chess match. Not the same league, even the same sport. Literally hundreds of stamps in the passport. Not the same league, even the same sport. Literally hundreds of stamps in the passport. And I ain't this black women to make my living. So who's more successful than him? Yeah, I got love in my heart, but it's not all peace and love. Nah, are you kidding? Yes, there were things worth killing and dying for. Ends ain't one of them though. What you lying for? Now if a man runs in your house, Tom's your mum in the side of a mouth. Who in the right mind wouldn't understand why you ended up taking him out? Yes, love is not soft or sorry. Love is so tough it can make your mum catch your body. Love's the only thing worth killing and dying for. That's what I've learned in my time on this earth. Think that I'm wrong? Go to a lifer's wing. Look the man them in the eyes. Done that many times. Got one too many rhymes. The London in my lines a dungeon for these guys. Crush them to define 100 at a time. Must have defined the cusp of what is rhyme. Clutch it and I climb up the level line was always at the top, but now they recognize. Trust you recline when I go double time. The flow is so ridiculous I do prophesize. Guys are ill-advised to dive into a fight with I the wicked eye. You will never get a blind.
Come on.
Man, I can call her in the building. Oh my God. I ain't fam, I want to wheel up like 30 times.
He's like,
you are disgusting, fam. You should be locked up, fam. You should be locked away. Crimes against the pen, man.
We try. We ain't even done yet.
You are an animal.
We try, bro.
Every time you come, you blow me away, fam.
I thought you
used to part. Wait, you used to pass yourself every time. You know what? Sometimes people come back and
Pause. I thought this guy was about to be done, and then he said,
Y'all thought I was
"Let
finished?
me borrow another throat real quick." We ready, guys. One thing I was just thinking just now. Also, we cannot sleep on the DJ,
Bro, that DJ
because that DJ
5. It was at least 5.
together one of the dopest playlists for the for Akala, because the DJ could have messed up the entire flow by going pen up. All I want for great, but he kept it in the tempo
for him to pick up,
for him to be able to create his own flows within the tempo.
Yeah.
Shout out to the DJ. We need one of those things that goes DJ. Okay.
And the Friday booth wasn't as good as the first.
You want to keep raising the levels.
Every Friday booth you've done has been better, bro.
No, thank you.
We gotta start developing a British
I don't know where
accent.
to put that.
A London
But
accent.
where do you put something like that?
Put something like that. I don't
Like
get
you
it
got
right.
scales,
Sip my
you got levels. Fam, that's somewhere else.
Consistency, bro.
It's over there.
This is crazy.
We got to respect the
It's
craft.
not even in the atmosphere, man.
Send the
It's different league.
missiles.
We try
Put
to
it back
evidence
by.
is evidence. I think there's only been a few platforms that's put us all in the same space as MCs and allowed us to be judged.
Wow.
On our craft and not high.
He's like DJ Khaled.
What the record label spending.
Another
Another That's all good.
Another
Nothing wrong with
one.
all of that, but comes down to
Another
this
one.
at the end, innit? Lyrics, flows, rhymes.
That was disgusting, bro.
Okay, pause.
He ain't getting no water or nothing.
This one of the things that he said in the whole structure, right? He said that none of this fire in the boost made it on his album or his songs. None of them. So that tells you the level of love that he has for what he does, because there's at least 6 songs in this whole thing alone. He could have literally
Clipped him out.
hired somebody to come in and do a hook, and he just put 2. Then that one, another hook, boom, come again. He could have made an entire album of this thing, but he chose not to, and that tells you the level that this man is at. Eminem and Akala are my top 1. They're my top 1. Okay, I like Eminem because of just the way I'm basing it based on the way their minds work. Okay, there's not to me that they're right there based on how the creativity level. That's what I'm basing it off of. So,
Okay.
because Akala's abilities, he goes, even in my meantime, I'm still writing songs. I'm writing plays while he's doing
books, bro.
in books.
'Cause
So
you gotta-
that tells you it's unlimited. A lot of people have to do drugs to get to the level of hoping to get one song out. Unlimited. It's just flowing. And there's rappers, and then there's those guys.
Artist.
Keep it rolling here.
We try. You know what? I brought something though. What? Because I thought, you know what? Even though I knew usually I would end it there, but I thought it's 10-year anniversary, 10 years since the first album. We got all this activity going on. How can we do something on this platform of all platforms to take it to a new space? So I brought you a present, bruv. You might have heard me. You might have heard me mention it a few times in the rap.
Yep.
I wrote a graphic novel / illustrated poem collaboration with an artist called Tokyo Ayama
Like I
and Troy
said.
Edwards.
And that's for me, yeah?
That's for you, brother.
Did you
That's for
sign
you.
it for me?
You know what? I didn't, but I will do when we come off air.
I love that.
I brought a copy for you. Because I just wanted to give you a copy.
He's not even
It's
tired.
It's been very good. But also because this next piece I want to share is from that story. So I've written a story. It's a long form rap that we.
I can't. Guys, bro, this is going to be a long video.
Yeah.
Do you care?
No.
Bro, it is ridiculous. But we got to realize also, he's not reading it off his phone. This is in his mind.
We've then illustrated and turned into a graphic novel about the rise and fall of human empires. And this particular piece is from a space in the story where the main character, we call the knowledge seeker, is being born and reborn in sites of conflict all throughout history. So let's give them something a bit conceptual, a bit different and out the box as well. I'm working with a composer
God.
at the moment
Here we
to
go.
turn that into, for want of a better word, a spoken word opera. Shout out to Paul Gladstone Reed. So this is a piece that I wanted to share on this
opera.
platform of all platforms, just to get us thinking about what
is crazy.
the art of rhyming means and what it could be. So
You ready for it?
I'm ready, bro.
You're an animal, man.
Let's do it.
This is
No
crazy.
water. No water breaks.
Dude, it's internal.
You throw.
And it seems I was there.
This is intense.
Everywhere. Every battle ever fought, every stab, every shot. Through the ages of humans, this killing machine, I could feel everything though. It wasn't a dream. I was every soldier that I'd ever fought, with a shield and a sword. All the blood ever drawn. From a dagger or a bayonet, an axe that will slay your neck, or automatic gats that clap, only spraying death. I was in a tank that exploded in Iraq, in a drive-by gang war spraying out cars. I was in Nam, dropping napalm. But it burned my skin. I was also Viet Minh. I was an Italian massacring Ethiopians, but the bullets only pierced my flesh because I was both of them. I could feel every single wound of the flesh, but also the pleasure of causing the death. I was a soldier of the caliphate on a crusade, a killer, using Christ in exactly the same way. I was every woman ever killed in a witch hunt, or every little girl forced to grow with a split soul.
Come on.
Cause men like to snip clits or zip bits closed.
Ooh.
So the rape feels nice before they take my life. I was fighting for liberation, a woman and a general, bringing death to cowards that sold my genitals. One moment, I killed to be freed. The next, I was a monarch that killed for my greed. Tutmosis III, Alexander the Fake, Caesar, Napoleon, Francis Drake. The arms of the state, with armies that are great. But I was also the resistance that's hardly ever praised. I was every indigenous person of America that died trying to protect their homes from a predator. Then a robe-cladding Roman senator, and every noble that showed you the ways of the treacherous. I was in the Belgian Congo hacking off limbs. In Rwanda, a cancer doing the same thing. I was a Japanese general occupying the Philippines. A Filipino child too young to know what it means. I was at Sharpeville, I was just 2. My mother with a bullet in her head, and I knew. Barely out of a womb, I played with a wound. I knew life was a cycle, she would be back soon. I was a soldier of Ashanti resisting the British, but at the same time still selling humans to the Dutch. If you're honest with yourself and you look back through human history, you'd see that we're totally fucked. Cause I was that little girl in that church in Alabama. Then the Grand Wizard, then Margaret Sanger. Then I was Paul Warfield, Tibbets Jr., feeling just fine in a B-29. I did my job. 100,000 dead. I went home to relax. Then I was every child ever born with deformed limbs, cause there were just pawns on the board to inform kings. I saw sharks following ships, intrigued by the trail that comes overboard. I saw sharks following the ship I was on. I knew then that it couldn't be long. We had tried to get free, but as if that were wrong, we were thrown overboard from the deck of the Zone. So many bodies that the sharks couldn't finish the flesh. It took the waves to administer death. And I joined the rest at the bottom of the sea, the uncounted millions that dreamed to be free. The next minute I was back on a ship, this time as a soldier of the French. Right off the coast of Haiti, we made a gas chamber for African rebels. I couldn't deal with the stench. Then my head was chopped off by one of Dessalines' henchmen. He gave the order for killing all Frenchmen. Then all I could see was pyramids. Can you see? Designed by man's mind but built by his greed. The strangest pyramids I ever did see was not built by stones, but the bones of families.
Wow. Wow.
What? Homie came in,
bro. I was getting
deep in-
emotional for the over here.
Legit,
This
though.
is
He gave
crazy.
me every single perspective.
That was one of the dopest deliveries in organization I've heard in a freaking long time. That like, yo, this was wild, and the fact that it's gonna end up being a freaking opera, you know, I don't care. I'm gonna have to see this. This is, and that's just a snippet. He said
Of the book.
oh my,
I want to check
we
out
need to
the
get
book.
a.
Cause what he gave you,
If you guys are for my UK people,
you know who you are.
hit us up in the DM. We need you guys to send us one of these novels, okay? Send it to the Amicy channel so we can actually read this, because I would love to read this. He gave you the historical lessons from every single country, which is why he said everybody is effed. Yo, yeah.
Cause I was sitting there, I was like, I wonder how he's gonna put it all together. Cause when he first started, I'm like, is he just gonna read it off? And then he like the way he just
bro, I saw it happening in my head.
Yeah.
You know how I am. If your storytelling game is strong, I'm here for the greatness.
And he said like, you thought the pyramids were made of stones, but they were all piled up with bones from all the killings. Bro,
Akala coming in strong, and I'm invested, bro. I was my skin is still crawling from because it's like
I was waiting for more.
He went into my mind, and then he created the picture, but not just the picture, but the emotion from every single moment that he gave. That is unreal.
It goes back to what you were saying, like people don't realize how awful things were back then.
Oh, we just talked about this in the last video. If you haven't heard this, you got to go back and hear it.
But like they think it was so far back and stuff to the point where like, oh, it doesn't matter. But for what he just did, brought you back to that time, and you're like, I can't believe this was even allowed.
I mean, look at what's happening in the world today. There's a lot of things that are happening, that people, because if it doesn't have to do with you, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. There's people still right now living in or still slaves. Slavery is still happening in some places of this world, but do you hear about it? No, because why? It doesn't affect you, and if it doesn't affect you, you're good, which is crazy. Yeah. Now, you guys, let us know the songs that he's done so we can actually go. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna go from album 1 to whatever album is at now. Yeah. We don't need to know what new album he's done. We need to know the beginning album so we can go find those and check those out because we're here for the long run. Okay.
Oh my gosh! I need everyone in the studio to make some noise for Akala. You are something else, fam. I mean,
thank you, bro. Thank you. He's so humble.
The DJ's emotional, just like us.
I don't know what it is about 2016, but it just feels.
It feels like a hot. Yeah, I can't even lie. I watched some of the other Fire in the Boost they've been lately. I've been like, whew. I'll just say it and be honest. Wretches in particular. I love Nasties before that. There's a few that I've loved. Bashies. A few of the years, there's been a few that I've been like, woof. And then Wretches came out this year. I was like, and I told him, I was like, oh,
bro,
that's a level. So,
you know what?
Let's keep pushing the boundary, and hopefully everyone who comes on here
I think he just done that again. I think the boundary's just been pushed.
Rhyming, you know?
Like that was something else, bro.
Yeah.
Like that was. I visualized every single last thing you said there.
Yo, I'm feeling this.
Every single last thing that you said was visual, bro. Like, you know what? Sometimes I wish there were words to describe people like you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that right there for young bucks watching this is why Akala's here 13 years later.
It's true.
And he's still doing what he's doing. He's a successful businessman.
We're trying.
Ownership is key. Everything he has, he owns.
Right.
That DJ is amazing.
I salute you, bro. Nothing but respect. You are an animal.
Oh, guys, that was Akala Part 4. Yeah, yeah, guys, we need to know. We need this graphic novel when it comes out. When it comes out, we read all the DMs you guys send us. Please find a way to get us a copy of this so that we can actually get a chance to read this. Because this was unfreaking believable. Well, this reaction was over 30 minutes long. That tells you how much we're invested into this freaking thing.
But one thing I love about him though is the fact that he's willing to be where he's at right now and be able to turn back, each one teach one, and be able to teach the younger generation coming up.
Yep.
Because he was talking about like how he travels the world with people with like employees, and he teaches them how to do what he does.
Yeah.
About the books.
The next generation is important.
Yeah.
This was one of the the greatest thing we've reacted to so far.
Yeah.
Bro, oh my gosh.
I'm still on that opera part.
We need that opera, guys. So if you're not part of the Amicy gang, make sure you go ahead and click on that subscribe button below and join us. And at all times, y'all, don't cheat yourself.
Love thyself.
And keep it Amicy.
Peace.
I